Hey, good afternoon and welcome to the ArcheAge stream for the week. I'm Brass, your community manager, and here are the devs that you love to see. Krolin, our executive producer.
What's up, guys?
And Sukke.
Hi.
Who really, never mind Krolin, because Sukke is the one that makes everything happen in this world. So we're here to talk to you about a whole bunch of different things today. We're going to talk about Obsidian, trade packs, evolution compensation. We've even got a question or two following up on Hyrum again, and oh yeah, we're going to mention the Halloween event too and what Excel had to say about that. So we've got lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff to talk about. So what do we want to start with?
Let's go ahead and jump into game and start talking about the upcoming content for 5.0. Let's start with changes to trading.
Now, I'm going to tell you guys, it's pretty much the Sock show today because she has a ton of information about Obsidian and trade packs, and so she's going to be doing the heavy lifting today. But I wanted to mention, you guys who are joining us, who saw the in-game broadcast, we're going to be doing the same thing that we did last week. We're giving you 2 Bound Lucky Elixirs for watching us today, so you guys will see those the same way you did last week. I also wanted to apologize.
Wait. Lucky Elixirs. When do they have to log in?
They basically just have to log in anytime today, and they'll get those sent to their mailbox. We define today based on the UTC cycle, so you have about another 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, so make sure you log into game right after this.
Before reset in game, right, and all the way into the game, right? Is that a requirement? Do they have to be in the game, not just on the loading screen?
Yeah, so last week it was kind of interesting. We missed about 700 of you, and the reason why is you had stayed logged in for like a really long time. And so you missed the capture because you technically didn't do a game login. So we're using a little bit more of a reliable imprint this time to pull who participated, and you'll get those elixirs this evening. So.
Okay, and for the guy up there, not that the elixirs actually do anything. Crap drop rate is crap drop rate. You don't have to get them. Just give them to me.
They do help. They really help.
They're bound.
They're bound. They can't give it
really
to you.
do help.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys don't have to X up or anything. You might want to towards the end of the stream because, you know, we're giving away stuff like normal. But, yeah, basically, thanks for joining us today and watching, and you guys are going to get your elixirs for that. Yeah. So take it away, Sock.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about 5.0 and start with the trade changes.
Yes.
The first thing to note is that there are no changes to your specialties. So specialties are staying the same way, the recipes are the same, the amount of gold that you get at the trade outlet is the same. Trade packs on Aurora, however, are removed, and that's all of them. So what we have left over right now are the trade packs that you can craft from the seats that you can buy either on the castle and the merchant or from the workbenches in Golden Ruins and Wellsong, and those are removed. Now what that means is if you still have leftover materials after the 5.0 update is the value of them are adjusted and you can sell them to merchants.
Okay.
Now if you happen to have any trade packs left from Aurora, for example, this one right here, let me pick it up. This is the wrong pack.
Oh, should we switch?
But it works the same.
Let's switch to in-game now.
Oh, we're not in game yet?
Just hang on. Oh, moving there. Here we go. There we go.
Are we in game? Yeah.
We're in game.
Oh, okay. So if you have trade packs, any of the other trade packs in Aurora left over, you will be able to place those trade packs on the floor. And once you do that, you'll have an interaction that allows you to turn the trade pack into gold. And the amount that you're getting is 130% of the trade pack's value. So if you have leftover Aurora packs after the 5.0 update, place them on the floor, interact with them, and you'll get the money immediately put into your bag. What also is important about the Aurora packs is that if you actually, if you salvage them in a territory that's owned by a player nation or by a guild, the territory tax for that local area is deducted from your money. So if you have lords that are ruling Nui Mari and they have a 10% tax, that 10% will be deducted of your trade pack if you salvage it there. So if you want the maximum money, make sure you salvage it in Golden Ruins, for example, or Wellsong, where there's no local taxes. Okay. But so this is what is happening to Aurora packs. Aurora packs going away, you can salvage them, you can sell to the vendors the leftover materials you have.
Right, but again, the inland packs remain.
The specialties that you craft on Nuya or Haranya, there's no changes to them.
Right.
The recipe doesn't change, the gold value that you get at the trade outlet doesn't change either. And now let's go up to the trade outlets. So you guys know there's 3 locations on either of the southern continents, Solace, Villanelle, and Unister for Haranya, and Solsreed, 2 Crowns, and Cinder for Nuya. Now these 3 trade outlets are still there, and you can still turn in your specialties to all 3 of those trade outlets. So nothing changes to that part of the trade packs. Now what changes is everything that happens after that. Cargo. Cargo is where all the changes happen for 5.0, and let me show you over here. You can see in Villanelle here, the cargo buyer has been removed because you won't be able to sell cargo anymore. Not to the Villanelle option.
Okay.
Let's buy cargo first. So once you turn in specialties, and it's still the same system where when you turn in 90 specialties, the value will reset on the specialties, by the way. I know that was a question that came up. Yes, it will still reset.
Great. Well, it's okay, you're answering half the questions that
Okay,
came
good.
in through that thread, so that's
Perfect.
cool. Okay.
So buying cargo has changed a lot. So the way it works now is that it only costs you gold. There is no certificates. If you have any certificates left over, after 5.0, you can right-click the cargo certificate and it will give you back the 300 vocation badges that you have spent to buy it. So this is easy enough. So no more cargo certificates needed to buy specialties instead of just gold. And now the base value of the cost of the cargo is 20 gold, and the amount of money you pay for it can vary anywhere from a 70%, so a minus 30% reduction in price, all the way to 130% of cost, which is what you're seeing right now on my screen. Now, what defines how expensive cargo is how much specialties are turned into that trade outlet. This is an internal testing environment where nobody has turned in anything, so because of that, the value of the cargo is at 130%, which means each cargo pack costs you 26 gold when you buy it. On top of the gold value, you also have to pay 75 labor to purchase it. So that is your cost of acquiring cargo now. Outside of that, there's no limitation on cargo now. So at this value of 26 gold, even if nobody turns in a specialty in this trade outlet, I can always buy cargo. It's always available for me to buy it. What that also means, I know that was a question last week that I saw, the hero statues are going to be a lot easier to build. It's still the same process where the first 5 trade packs cargoes have to be turned in by the hero. And then the next, 80, 90 packs? Was it 80? I had it written down somewhere.
The next 80 or 90 packs.
80 or 90 packs can be turned in by anyone. Then the last 5 ones are also again turned in by the heroes only. But outside of that, you can get, there's no limitation on buying cargo. Anyone can get it.
Yep, that's really good.
So let's talk about where you can bring cargo. Now, the locations of where you can bring cargo have also been limited, and you will also see that on the trade pack. If you buy a trade pack, and you can buy the cargo on all 3 trade outlets. So on Haranya, I can buy a cargo either in Solace, in Villanelle, or in Unister. All 3 locations are there. I can turn in my specialties. I can buy cargo at all 3. But I can only turn it in 2 crowns for charcoal stabilizers, in Diamond Shores for also charcoal stabilizers, or in Friedrich for Dragon Essence stabilizers. So if you buy a cargo on Haranya, you can only bring it to 2 crowns, Diamond Shores, or Friedrich. Now the cargo, as you are familiar with, has a freshness timer on it. So when you bring it to 2 crowns, the maximum value that you can get out of your cargo. So if the demand is at 130% and the cargo is turned in within the high profit section, it can give you up to 15 charcoal stabilizers at Solace, up to 30 in Diamond Shores, and then up to 4 Dragon Essence stabilizers on Friedrich Island. And the packs go all the way to minus 40%. So if you keep your pack for too long and turn it in late, the value can drop as far as 8 charcoal stabilizers for 2 crowns, 16 for Diamond Shores, or 2 Dragon Essence stabilizers for Friedrich. So that's the range between how fast you turn it in. That's how much you get out of it.
Okay.
And the reverse is also true for Nuya. So you still can buy the cargo in all 3 locations, but you can only bring it to Astera, only to sell as Hatlands. And then, of course, the other 2 locations, Diamond Shores and Friedrich Island. And what you will see is when you walk over to those trade outlets like Villanelle here, for example, the cargo buyer has been removed because that's not an option anymore. The diamond shores ones are the most abandoned ones. They only have the cargo buyer now left, the specialty buyer and the cargo seller. All of that has been removed. And so those are the main changes that are coming to the trade changes that are coming to the game with 5.0. One more thing that I want to squeeze in while we're on the topic is DGS packs. I know people are going to have mixed feelings about that, but the DGS packs are actually also getting a profit timer. So if you get the DGS pack, you have to turn it in as fast as possible to get as much charcoal as possible. If you do that within the high profit range of the packs, you can get up to 60 charcoal still per pack. But if you wait too long, it will eventually go actually up to, I saw minus 80% of the value, which means you get 12 charcoal. So you are incentivized to go and turn in your packs as fast as possible, or lose a significant amount of the charcoals that you can get for it. And so those are the trade changes.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of info.
That was pretty good, actually. I'm going to have to transcribe that from the live stream later to put on the forums, because that's a ton of information. A question came up about the elixirs. Do you want to talk about your juices?
Oh yeah. So Moonlight and Sunlight juice, you guys. We thanks to the guys in chat that helped us out looking at it in our translator, we found out what exactly we're talking about. So we are actually not getting Sunlight and Moonlight juices with 5.0 yet. That came out in Korea later, and also for us that's true. We don't get it with the 5.0 update.
Wow. Okay.
I have two questions.
Yes.
First, what's going on with the rock in the game client right now?
What rock?
There's some very interesting lighting happening there.
Oh.
It's a party rock.
Okay, party rock, got it. Second question.
Excellent for your raves.
Second question, what are you wearing?
I am wearing one piece that is going to be part of the server evolution compensation. Those wings are going to be part of the compensation that you're getting. I think we're talking about that a little bit later.
We are
but
going to follow.
Yes.
We're going to talk about compensation towards the end, so stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of stuff. Okay, so let's talk about the second out of three main topics we're going to talk about, which is Obsidian changes.
Mm-hmm. I also want to mention, if you guys aren't aware yet, there is the Tryon double up days are going on right now. They go through till Sunday, I think it is. Make sure that you get that so that you can double the Apex that you're getting for the price. You guys have been complaining about the price of Apex throughout the ArcheAge servers. This is a really, really great time to invest in that. Okay, so yes.
So let's talk about Obsidian changes.
Yes, okay.
A lot has been speculated what will be happening exactly. So let's talk about what exactly happens to your Obsidian with 5.0. And this is important. This change is coming to us with 5.0. So whatever you want to do with your Obsidian before it happens, do it right now, because you only have about a month left before this change happens.
Can you say that one more time?
It happens. So we get the Obsidian changes, everything that we're talking about right now, we're getting with 5.0. I know in Korea it came out a little bit later, but for our version, we're getting it with 5.0.
Okay.
So prepare, do whatever you need to get your Obsidian where you want it to be before the change happens, because afterwards you don't have ways to change it again. And the main big thing that happens with Obsidian basically is the recipes are removed. What that means is the Obsidian that you have, you will keep. You're keeping all your stats. You can still use it. You can, have your set and whatnot. Nothing happens to the actual item that you have. You can still regrade it. You can still gem it. Excel even made sure that you can also put the new tempers on it, the new tempering system. So nothing happens to your items that you have, but the recipes are removed. So you can't upcraft them anymore. You can't change them in that way. So if you need, if you have a tier 3 that's sitting around but wanted it to be tier 4, you have to craft it right now, because the recipes are going away. They're also not going to be in the Mirage Salvage Forge. They're not there anymore. And with that said, also materials that you get in the library, like the ones that I lined up down here, the Mercury Solution and the research journals, all of those maps are removed from the game as well, so you cannot obtain that anymore after 5.0. Recipes gone, materials that are specific to Obsidian only are removed, and they are given value where you can turn them into the merchant to sell whatever you have left over.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, Again, your obsidian stays in your inventory. Nothing is going to happen to it. You're going to keep it forever. It's grandfathered basically. So this is also something really cool because everyone that's coming after you now, those are equipment pieces that they can't get anymore. Only you have them. But so there are options for people that do not want to keep their obsidian. One of the things that you can do with obsidian after the change is feed it into your Aeronor gear. I can show you that right now. I have some Aeronor pieces down here. So you can feed your obsidian pieces directly into Aeronor if you'd like to. And that also goes for people that have obsidian pieces, because we had originally 7 tiers of obsidian. And then we shortened it down to 4 tiers. But it doesn't matter, even if you have, the first 1, 2, or 3 tiers that we eventually grandfathered in, you can also still feed those into Aeronor. You can feed it into Aeronor. The other thing that you can do with obsidian is one of 2 options. There are Hyrum conversion runes and Aeronor conversion runes that are added to the game. The recipe for that you can find on the Mirage Salvage Forge, and they cost 1 stone brick to craft each. Now the Hyrum conversion runes can be applied to any obsidian items, and what they do is they turn your obsidian into Hyrum infusions. So for example, this tier 7 rare obsidian tier 7 jerkin, I'm going to go ahead and put the Hyrum rune on it, conversion rune on it. Gives me, 99 sealed Hyrum infusions. Now each Hyrum infusion is worth 1,000 experience. So effectively I got 99,000 Hyrum experience for Hyrum infusion. The reason they are sealed is because the actual infusions don't stack. So instead of spamming your inventory with 900 single infusions, they are all sealed, so you can unseal them as you need them. And then of course the amount of Hyrum infusions that you get depends on the item tier and the item grade. So higher tier, higher grade material will get more infusions. We do have stats on that will be put into the patch notes, so you know exactly the breakdown of what your item will turn into. So those are the Hyrum conversion runes. Now let's talk about the Aeronor conversion runes. The Aeronor conversion runes work similar like the Hyrum conversion runes, also cost 1 stone brick to turn to craft them, but then can only be applied to obsidian pieces that are at least celestial or higher. And you can see whenever I collect this item here, the lower tier, like arcane tier of Hyrum pieces, I cannot convert into infusions, only celestial plus items. And then the same is true again, depending on depending on what tier the item is and what rarity it is, you will get more or less Aeronor infusions. Now, so the main question that you might have is, if I can feed it directly into my Aeronor, why do I care to spend a stone brick and turn it into infusions first? I'm glad you asked. Let me answer this for you.
We have now become an infomercial. We're so glad you asked.
Yes, I'm so glad you asked this question. The reason you might be interested in turning it into infusions is because sealed Aeronor infusions, and only sealed Aeronor infusions that you get from obsidian, is tradable. So at this stage, once you turn it into sealed Aeronor infusions, you can sell it to your friends. You can trade it to your friends. You can make some money off of it if you wanted to. Each Aeronor infusion is worth 100 experience, and what you get, the infusions that you get out of it, are worth the same amount as it would be feeding it directly into your Aeronor. So this piece, if I had fed it directly into my Aeronor piece, would be approximately 5,800 experience.
That's pretty significant.
So yes, you can trade sealed Aeronor infusions. Once you unseal it, it's going to be bound. So that novelty only exists as long as it is still sealed. But so yes, this is an option for you.
And yes, this is fairly complex, and I've seen a couple of people in chat say that they feel a little lost.
I know. Can you pull up my picture?
Yeah,
please?
we've actually got a take a screenshot of this image that we're going to pull up here.
Is it up?
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
The other one.
No, the other one. Not that one. That's coming up next. This one. So
Okay,
just to summarize it real quick, the crafting recipes are removed for obsidian. You can feed obsidian directly into your Aeronor equipment. You can use a Hyrum conversion rune to turn it into Hyrum infusions, which are not tradable, and they give 1,000 experience per infusion. Or you can turn your obsidian pieces into Aeronor infusions using Aeronor conversion runes. This only applies to equipment that's at least celestial or higher, and they are tradable as long as they are in the sealed state.
Right, so what we'll do is we'll also post this to the forums for you. And I might actually try to talk Suk into making a little article about this that we can put it in as a blog too. Because this is very useful information to have. And it seems a lot more complicated than it is when you actually see it written out like this.
Well, I will have you know, this is not Microsoft Paint. It is actually PowerPoint, which is not much better. I am horrible with that kind of stuff, but hey, it gets the point across, right? So yeah, so this is basically the changes that are coming to your Obsidian with 5.0.
Right.
Let's go ahead and talk about, do we have time for Aeronor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
we
for
do.
it.
Okay.
We have plenty of time.
Let's go ahead and switch back into game. Let's talk about the changes to Aeronor. Now, Aeronor gear itself doesn't change, but people have, you know, they have heard rumors about you can feed different stuff into Aeronor that you weren't previously. One of those things that we just talked about is obsidian. You can feed obsidian directly into your Aeronor pieces. The only restriction on that, as before, is it has to be at least the same rarity or higher. So on my divine Aeronor piece right here, I can't feed in, you know, obsidian pieces that are below divine. It has to be at least divine or higher. So Aeronor can be fed in, obsidian can be fed in directly. We talked about the Aeronor infusions that you can make with them, with the runes that you can feed in directly. And the same is true for the Aeronor infusion. So if I was going to feed in into this divine piece, you can see I had these celestial Aeronor infusions. I can't feed in celestial Aeronor infusions. They have to be at least divine or higher. So this is another aspect to, you know, consider when you're buying, especially when you're buying them off the auction house or whatnot. It has to be the same rarity or higher. And of course, the rarity of the actual Aeronor infusion that you get when you salvage your obsidian is going to be equivalent to your current to your equipment. So if you have a celestial jerkin, it will give you celestial Aeronor infusions. If you want to If you want to feed it into Aeronor, you can only feed it into Aeronor pieces that are celestial or lower.
All right, and we also have the little slide for that one as well.
Afterwards, yeah.
Okay.
Just don't want to talk everything and show it in game, and then we'll show you the same kind of thing again. Now the other thing that you can do is feed crafted gear into Aeronor. So I can feed any of these Ionod, jerkins, cuirasses, sorry, not jerkins, into my Aeronor. And then of course, again, the crafted tier and the rarity defines how much experience you get for that. And then of course you can also feed, you know, it doesn't matter if you have a weapon, you can feed an Ionod jerkin into it. It's not even a jerkin, it's a cuirass. I keep saying it. I'm so used to always having jerkins. So you can feed any of the crafted gear into any of the Aeronor pieces that you have, and the same restriction applies again, where you know it has to be at least the same rarity or higher.
Lord Surge wants to know
that's like the overhauling theme on everything Aeronor has.
Lord Surge wants to know if you can feed crystallized gear.
Can you feed crystallized gears? I do not know. I will find out and I will put it up in a forum post similar to the Q&A that we did. I will find out for you. That's a great question. I do not know. I would highly assume so. Like it would be.
All right, I'm going to make a call here. Let's move on.
Okay, sorry. The other thing that you can do with for Aeronor is now World Boss gear. So World Boss gear now has the ability to be salvaged, to be turned into Aeronor infusions that you can then feed into your Aeronor gear. Now there are a couple of restrictions. The World Boss gear that you salvage has to be at least arcane. If you salvage, you can still salvage, you know, a rare Manas Jerkin if you want to, but it's not going to give you an infusion. It has to be at least arcane. But outside of that, all the World Boss gear can be salvaged using an even stone, and what that will give you is Aeronor infusions that are not tradable. Those are not tradable.
Okay.
And some Moonlight No, where'd it go? Up
So
here.
Moonlight?
So,
Moonlight?
Well, Moonlight for in disguise because it's armor. So that's like usually you will get some material Moonlight Sunlight for, you know, salvaging your items. So you still get that, but then in addition you get Aeronor infusions, and those types of infusions are not tradable. Only the obsidian ones are. So there's 5 different types of infusions. There's clear, vivid, lucid, radiant, and resplendent. And depending on, I guess, the tier of world boss queue that you're breaking down, it will give you either of those 5. So for example, if you are breaking down a Searing Oath, it will give you a clear type Aeronor infusion. If you're breaking down a piece of Titan, Thunderwing Titan, Leviathan gear is what I have on the screen. Leviathan's gear will give you obviously the highest tier. So depending on what you break down, you get a different kind of kind of infusion. And the ranges, if we can pull up the thing now, you will see that rarity again defines how much worth it is. Clear Aeronor infusions can be anywhere between 188 experience to 395. What it depends on is the rarity of the item. So like a heroic item will give you less experience than, you know, a divine item. And so you can see up there, vivid Aeronor infusions can give you anywhere between 383 to 804, and so on. And so this is basically how you can feed your Aeronor after 5.0.
All right, okay, we're gonna move on from item upgrading now, and I'm laughing to myself a little bit because on previous streams, you know, we're all about tell us about Obsidian, tell us about the gear upgrade. You guys, you know, woke sock, and this is what you get: information overload. Half hour of this turns into that.
You guys are lucky that she didn't bring the spreadsheets. Okay, that's spreadsheets.
They will be in the patch notes. So all this information in detail you can look up in the patch notes when they come out. We'll have like all the breakdowns in there for you, but this is like a high-level overview of the changes coming to you. You guys asked for it, so don't be mad at me.
Yeah, those spreadsheets are coming.
You guys heard about it for the last 30 minutes. I've been hearing about it all week because every day she's looking through this stuff to get you guys the best information. So, you know, maybe it's this segment ran a little bit long, but she's out there trying to grab all this info for you guys.
Yeah.
So,
sorry
props to her there. But we're going to move on. We're going to talk about compensation now for server evolutions.
We are indeed.
So compensation for server evolution, not merger. For server evolution, there's 3 different gift packs that we have, and they are little different for different occasions, I guess. Not occasions. But so the first one I'm going to show you, you guys know what
different
I mean.
Circumstances.
You guys know what I mean.
Yeah. Different parameters.
Server Evolution Character Gift Pack will be available for every character that's at least level 15 or owns land. So either of those 2 categories, if you're level 15 or if you own land, you will get this gift pack on your character if you're part of the Server Evolution. So those gift packs are not for Fresh Start, only for people that are affected by Server Evolution. And so what this gift pack gives you is both this title that I currently have on, the Far Traveler, and then this set of wings. Now these wings are basically a very basic set of Astra wings. They give you the option to teleport, take off, teleport left, teleport right, and then you have the flaming pinion.
All right, I thought those were just cosmetic. Okay, that's cool.
No, those are actual wings.
I am much more impressed now.
Yep. So every character level 15 plus or every character that owns land is eligible for this little pack that gives you the glider and the title. Now, the second gift pack that we have is only going to be available once per account. So the Server Evolution account gift pack, the restriction on that is you need to have at least 1 character on that account that's level 50 plus or again own land. Level 50 plus, someone 15 or 50. The first character?
Yeah, the first one.
The character is 1/5, 15.
That's for the first pack, 50 for the second pack.
50 for the account pack.
And that tooltip is really small there, so she's going to read through it, but there's some good stuff there,
friends. It's everything that I have in that first row.
And again, we will follow up with posts about this too,
absolutely.
So don't worry.
So the account server pack, you have to have an account. You have to have a character that's at least level 50 or higher or own land. You will get this once per account. and it contains a bar counter furniture set, which I'm going to show you in a second. It's housing decor, and it's actually a set that a ArcheAge player in Japan designed, and we're giving it to you as part of that compensation pack.
I like it.
There's going to be 5 bound serendipity stones. There's going to be 2 bound Dune's blessings. You get 150 loyalty. You get any post owl, and that's a one-time mailbox. This is not the permanent one that stays in your thing, but you get it once. Furniture, honestly, yes. You get Mana Storm crystals, 30 of them. I mean, if you don't like it, you can just trash it, you know. You get it for free.
No, they like it. Devil X23 got it.
And then you get 10 bound lucky elixirs. You get 50 bound hereafter stones. And you get, how many is that? I can't even see it myself. 60? Gift coins.
Yes,
Let me look
60.
at the tooltip.
Yeah,
60 gift points.
Yeah.
So all of those things come out of that pack for you once per account. I'll quickly show you the furniture set in here.
Why would you need a bar after a server merge?
So it's
Oh
all
my
of these
God,
items
that
on
is
here.
really cool.
It's a bar counter with 2 chairs. Those are beer towers and 2 mugs.
I
And
want that
then
in my,
this
my
shelf.
own house, my real. I
So
want
that's
that
the beer
over in my
furniture set that you
cube.
get. Yeah. Hey, we put that here just for you, Brass. This is not part of the furniture set.
Wow.
It's already been in game, but this just goes perfectly with the beer bathtub.
Oh no.
Oh God!
Right?
Who let Clowny in there? Good
Well,
Lord!
somebody has to show
That
you
is
this wonderful mug.
disgusting.
This is not included. Those are
Okay.
crafted items that you can get. You can craft from Mirage, but everything
Yes,
on this
some
side is
Clowny.
included in the
Okay.
furniture set.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah, and so that's the 4 accounts that are affected by these server evolutions. Now we also have a pack that's everyone going to get. This has nothing to do if you are part of the server evolution or not. Everyone, so also on Fresh Start, will get this pack. And the restriction on that is also that you have at least a character that the character is level 15, 1/5, or higher, or owns land. And everyone that has a character level 1/5, 15, or higher will get this. Oh, he passed out. He's a drunk.
It's so terrible. Sorry, I'm so distracted. I'm trying to pay
Yes.
closer attention.
So everyone is going to get this, and this is a gift pack that you will get once per account as well.
Okay.
What's included is also a furniture item. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but it's in there. It's called Fountain of the Gods. I can show you that outside.
Oh,
It's
I'd
a
love to see
furniture
that.
item.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of J coins. And J coins are the currency for the upcoming event that will go live as soon as 5.0 hits the game. So you want to hold on to those because those are event currency that you can then turn in once the event starts. You also get 10 Mana Storm crystals. You also get 10 loyalty. You get 30 Gilda. I got some additional ones from somewhere else. Let me just check. 30?
Yep.
30 Gilda. You get 5 bound lucky elixirs. You get the Snowflake Festival fireworks, which give you loyalty tokens, 2 of those. So for a total of, let's see, 40 loyalty extra. You get Round Festival fireworks, which give you 15 warrior medals each. And then you get the Heart Festival fireworks, which gives you 8 Gilda each. And then lastly, you also get a homecoming vehicle ticket that allows you to pick one of the 3 vehicles listed here for 30 days.
Okay. That's.
So you can
really
get
nice
a 30-day
extra
version
bonus.
of a Timber Coupe, of an Apex Squall, or a Comet Speedster.
A number of people are asking in chat whether you have to be a patron to get this. No, you have to be one of the people affected by the evolution, and that's all.
Does
You
it
do
really
not have to
give
be a
one?
patron.
I'm actually this seems wrong. Let me check. Somebody noted it in the chat too. Warrior's
Okay.
Medal is up because it's not even in game.
Okay. So
Might be a mistake.
We
I'll
will
check
look
on that.
into
I'll
this,
let you know.
And yes, we will get
It
this
might-
posted
yeah.
for reference.
It could totally be that the tooltip is outdated and it's something else. I will find out for you guys and let you know. Thanks for bringing it up.
Okay, let's see the fountain.
Let's see the fountain. Yes, and it's right over here.
Hex and Beast says that warrior medals convert to 100 honor.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Wouldn't it be easy to just give honor pots then?
Yeah, you'd think so.
But the
Anyway.
firework.
But yes, it's the firework.
Yeah.
So this is the fountain that you
That's
get.
really
You're seeing
nice.
figures on top that
Yeah.
are very familiar. You have Nui, Ezzy, and I think this is Olo. And so the cool thing about this fountain is in the upcoming event, the Jake Song event that we're getting with 5.0, you will have the opportunity to change this fountain. You can upcraft it into a different version that has lights on it or has like the water changes on how the how it runs on the fountain.
Super cool.
So it's also a cool item to hang on to. Maybe you like the updated version of it better, the upgraded version of it better, and you can do that in the upcoming event. But so yes, that's everything that's included. And I will now shut my mouth, and you guys can talk about questions.
We've got a couple of more questions.
Thanks for your patience, everyone.
No, that was amazing. Thank you so much, and I can hardly wait to get all of this information posted. I especially like the little charts that you made that make it very easy to follow along. A couple of questions. Going back to Hyrum. Might be silly, but will the West Hyrum mountain area infusions work for upgrading lower tier, or do they only apply to tier 3?
Yes, absolutely. The mysterious Hyrum infusions that you find can absolutely still be used also for tier 1 or tier 2 Hyrum. There's no restriction on which Hyrum piece you use it on.
And will Hyrum gear get a full set buff?
Oh, that's a good question. That is something that I have not seen, and I do not know if it's planned for the future.
Nothing to indicate that currently,
Yeah.
but it's not out of the question.
Okay.
Oh, can I take one more thing that was also
Yes,
a
of
Hyrum
course.
question? Because it was the Hyrum crate that you get from the Hyrum Hype
Oh,
Galore.
right.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah,
asked,
yeah,
can you
yeah.
actually pick the actual item, and can you pick stats? So the answer is the Hyrum Guardian crate that you get allows you to pick either if you want to have a weapon or an armor piece. Let's say I want an armor piece. Weapon, armor, or instrument, and then that is also cloaked. So you can from that
you
pick
can pick the
specifically what item.
one.
So yes, you can pick if you want to have leather pants or if you want to have plaid shirt. Yes, you can pick that specifically. You cannot pick your stats though. What comes out, it's stats wise, is still RNG.
Okay.
So I can pick my Hyrum Guardian shirt, but you see, I don't have an option to pick what
Everyone
stats
pray.
I want on it. But yes.
Okay. Oh, well, okay,
Yep.
that's very useful to know. Now, some questions about the evolution. If you have a house right now, when the evolution happens, do your taxes have to be fully paid, or can you kind of lapse on them and maybe it's close to demolition? Is that a safe thing?
Yeah, so it's going to be the exact same way that it was previously. So, I mean, your houses will be deconstructed at the time the servers are brought down, and will be mailed back to you.
Okay. Oh, and one more question on Hyrum. Tempering. People keep asking about tempering on Hyrum.
Yes, you will be able to temper Hyrum with 5.0. Tempering is also a topic that we should, take time to address because it's
Okay.
changing a lot.
Let
So I
me
think
make
that's
note of
maybe a
that.
good topic for next week's stream.
You got it.
But yes, tempering is coming, and also you will be able to temper Hyrum.
I also want to address something that came up after last week's stream where people were, where I had mentioned that everybody who works on this game actually plays the game too, and that is absolutely true. It's actually one of the reasons why Crolin was hired, because this dude was playing the game hardcore long before he started working at Tryon. And they said, well, of course it's easy for you guys to say that it's easy to get this sort of gear. Look at Soka, she's out there using all this stuff. Keep in mind that what you see on the stream are the dev characters.
Oh, yeah.
She does not play on this character.
You would laugh at me if you saw what I had on live.
She is a totally legit,
no.
real character. The most overpowered person here is probably Crolin, but because he's just a wild man.
Nah.
No?
Yeah.
Maybe once upon a time.
No,
maybe a
absolutely.
couple
So
years ago.
Who's the highest geared person on the ArcheAge team right now?
Me.
Yeah, see? So shut up! We know you are. Yeah.
Those people asking in chat, yes, full kits. Sorry for not clarifying.
And some dude earlier
Yeah.
on in the chat was saying that I'm not a real player because I have a level 35 farmer. No. My level 35 farmer is my public character. Her name is Brass. She's on Conviction. And I have her there just to talk to people and to roleplay and to have a good time. If you think I'm giving you the name of my actual
Don't do
main,
it.
no, not happening. I get ganked enough. Thank you very much. I don't need to be a target. But we do play this game because it is a fantastic freaking game. So
Yeah.
there.
No, but yeah, absolutely. What I show you on the streams is absolutely a character that's on our internal servers.
Yeah.
I don't have that stuff on.
No,
I mean,
no,
I
we
wish,
wish.
but I'm very, very average on live.
It's
So-
actually important not to get too many freebies on your account when you're playing, because you have to, as anybody on the dev
Yeah.
team knows, you have to understand what all your fellow players are going through, face the same challenges, the same hardships, celebrate the same victories. Watch Crolin do the RNG because he has no fear of regrades. Okay, so a few more questions about the evolution. We did that one. Oh, have you given any thought to disbanding nations on the merges to prevent balance issues? Start from scratch, have the nations be remade with claiming the castles.
Again, this is the same process as last time we had server evolutions. The sovereign will keep the nation and will re-invite on the new server. You know, the way nations currently exist in the game is a topic of frequent debate at XL and here at Tryon, and you know, everybody is very careful when it comes to addressing that system. So we follow their lead on that, and there are no changes with regard to that. It's going to be the same as last time. Now, that being said, I believe previously there were some nations that had a high population and they were potentially grandfathered in. It is true that on the new evolution servers, those nations will have to adhere to all of the existing rules and would not, for example, be able to have that higher member cap that they did previously.
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, Koisui, stop being such a salty bugger, okay? Just go play the game. My God. Any plans to lock transfers after the evolution is completed or before it happens, like with the last evolution?
No, transfers will stay active before and after. The reason why this is different than the previous time is we don't have a build update, meaning you know, a content update accompanying evolutions this time around. So there's no, or sorry, I shouldn't say no. There's minor risk for the transfer system to encounter issues, the same ones it did last time were due to API issues in that process breaking. So we are more confident with that and believe that they'll be there before and after.
Okay. Now, you're showing, is this one of the mounts from the Celestial Stormwind crate?
Yes.
Okay.
This is one of the mounts that is available on the
now.
marketplace right now, but we'll also give that away later.
Oh, yeah, we're giving 2 of these away. Do not X up. Do not X up.
If you X up, you're disqualified right now. So don't, not yet.
All right. No, now this is an interesting one because it's one of the things that we deal with all the time. If something happens during the merger time and things get delayed, please let us know ASAP, not 5 minutes away from the time or the server opening, that it'll be delayed. Sorry for caps, but that is the one thing that annoys me the most. Sitting and waiting, moving around schedules, etc. to make sure I'm in front of my PC for X time, only to find out 5 minutes from my X time that it's delayed for 2 hours and then another 2 hours, etc. Boy, we feel your pain. We actually have exactly the same feeling on this side. You want to talk about that?
No, other than there have been a lot of tears invested during those 24 hours of downtime following an evolution that didn't go right. So it's a very trying process for us. We're going to do the best we can with it. We don't have the best track record when it comes to evolutions going smoothly. The last one went decently. I hope for the same this time around. But I'm not going to dodge that question. I know we've struggled there, and all I can say is that we're trying to learn from that and do better.
And some people are asking about the elixirs again. All you have to do is log in right after this stream, anytime before 5 o'clock, did we say?
Before the actual reset.
Yeah, 5
Before
p.m.
the
Pacific
reset.
time.
Okay.
So you guys should just log in now, and you'll get those 2 bound lucky elixirs sent to you.
Yep. Okay, a few extra questions. And this is one that I'm really interested in. What's my favorite holiday of the entire year? Halloween. And we all want to know, are we getting anything for Halloween?
So we brought that to XL after these last couple live streams. We saw that the demand was still there for that, and we mentioned it to them, and they said that it's highly likely to happen. So they've loosely proposed the event. I'm happy to say that some parts of it are actually different than the previous Holotide events, so we're looking forward to that. We'll give you more information as we receive it.
Man, I can hardly wait for that. Off-topic question, don't hate me. That's okay, this is a good one too. Will there ever be a 10 MS pangolin mount?
I would love that.
Like a
You
Mirage
guys know
Pangolin or something?
yes, I love the pangolin. It's like my favorite mount in game.
It's so cute.
We've
I
asked.
would love that.
We've asked about the Mirage version of the pangolin and the boar just because it would match with the other races, but didn't really. There's no confirmation there. So.
I would love that.
The skill Turbulence of the Bone Crawl figurehead and Goddess Nui figurehead says, knocks down all enemy gliders for 2 minutes within a 50-meter radius. Why are dragons affected by this skill?
Yeah, you should add and dragons. So
Okay.
Can you add that to the tooltip?
I can add that to the tool.
I mean, like,
Is that by design?
no. Well, I mean, we need to
be.
get clarification around it. I believe it's by design, but I mean, I would rather ask them.
We'll
Yes.
find out.
And the translation on the tooltip is just a translation from the Korean. So.
Okay. The Flame Dancer mount required on the incoming mounts collection achievements to get the new Andelph Dracora. It was never released in the game before. It looks like the Storm Rose we can get with login badges, but it's another mount. Flame Dancer is not available for crafting with Mana Storm crystals, so is there a plan to release it in any other way? RNG crate, loyalties, login badge, new pack sold for 5.0, etc.
It's a good catch, and you're right. There was some confusion between Storm Rose and that mount. It has already been discussed, and the mount that you questioned, the red-colored Pegasus, red-colored Ghost Horse, will be included in the future for loyalty and Monostorm crystals.
Okay. Oh, that is good. Okay. Oh, and here's a good one. I wonder if he's watching. Can we get Big Data Dude on stream sometime? I know many of us thank him and appreciate his help and support. What are the chances of that?
So I talked to him about this,
Did
and
you?
yeah, I mean, the biggest challenge is he's in Austin. We're on the West Coast, you know.
Look,
So
we have space right here for a little Skype window. Look, we can just put him right
Surprise,
there.
he's right here.
he seemed
That's what
open
it's
to
like
it.
in real life.
He's pretty dangerous. There you go. 1% chance, you guys. Of course, he would give an
1%.
answer like
Oh
that.
my God.
1%.
Well,
But
that's the worst RNG I've ever seen, Big Data Dude.
okay, I have to pause right now and mention this because I've not mentioned it successfully over the last 3 live streams.
Oh, okay.
This is information from Big Data Dude to people who have requested it. There was an infographic that was put out a while ago, and some people asked about miscellaneous items in ArcheAge. And so this is for the 4-year history of North American and European ArcheAge. 57.9 million combined feed has been used.
Wow.
64.4 million eco-friendly fuel used. 185.2 million hereafter stones have been used.
My
There,
God.
I did it. I remembered, Big Data Dude.
That,
I love that kind of
That's
stuff. Can I
incredible.
get more info?
yeah, Big Data
More.
Dude, you're on the hook now.
I know it takes like forever, but
I'm going
I'll
to work
take
on
some
you.
more.
I'm going to work on you. I will buy your beer if you come on stream, and we will just ask you for all sorts of amazing numbers. Okay, and I think that's really it for this game, or sorry, for this live stream. But I'm sure that we can think of some more
Well,
things.
hold
and
on.
I
stuff to
actually
give
wanted
away.
to talk.
Hold on, I'm gonna pretend I'm live chat for a
Okay.
moment.
Okay.
What about abyssal skill compensation?
Yes.
Ah,
So we were
Good
going
thing
to
you
talk
mentioned.
about this
Hey, we got
next
one.
week. We're going to talk about it next week because we're going to be talking about skills next week as well. But let's bring it up to today as well. So we have talked to Korea and we have asked them to give us the same compensation that they got for the abyssal skills being removed, and they agreed to that. So what we are going to get is basically see it as a set. One set contains 30,000 honor points, 200 curios badges, and 20 abyssal crystals. Now you can get a set of that compensation for every abyssal skill that you have at max. So if it is at 55, you will get one of those sets of compensation. You also get one set of that compensation for if you have completed the entire quest line, the abyssal quest line. So up to 11 times you can get this pack of 30,000 honor points, 200 curios badges, and 20 abyssal crystals.
And like she mentioned, it's incremental. It's not just the suspected, base level pack for one skill being maxed or having to have all of them maxed. It is incremental.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
yep.
We're running out of time here, and people keep asking about castle compensation. You got a quick roundup on that?
It's still open right now. We believe it's going to be the same as before, but that topic's open still.
Okay. So we'll get that information to you as soon as possible. So we should give away some stuff and
Yes.
then clear out of here so that the Atlas Reactor folks can come in.
Sounds good.
So what are we giving away today? We decided to give away some really cool stuff.
Yes, let's start with the Stormwing Pegasus. The Stormwing Pegasus currently available
thank you.
on the
I would
marketplace
like-
as well. Let's go
Yeah,
ahead and give away
I would like
2
one
of those.
I'll take
Majestic
both.
mounts.
I'll
I'll take both.
And you guys in chat, just mention something in chat. If you're Xing up,
Anything.
that's cool. But if you've talked for the last little bit, you're already entered anyway. So we're going to roll 2 of those now, and we can go ahead and do that. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Better luck than I ever have. Working on it, working on it. Oh, question, do we get anything new on the loyalty store in the 5.0 patch?
I'm going to have to confer with Tynan about that, but I believe there are some things related to the new systems.
Cool. Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Okay, first, Pegasus goes to X-Raptor. Congratulations, X-Raptor.
You're gonna
The
look
second
fine.
one goes to Mr. Vendetta 123.
Congrats.
That's 2 Stormwing Pegasus given away.
Let's
Pegasi.
go ahead and give
given
away 2 Celestial Pegasus as well.
All right, 2 more. Awesome.
Yes.
The white ones.
The whack.
And some people think this is one of the strongest mounts that ArcheAge ever had. I think it looks as grand as it always has, so good luck on this one. We're going to roll 2 of those now.
Okay.
Such majestic. Much wow.
Yes.
And the winners are Naughty Devil 1608.
That's a long
Kratz
time.
Naughty
ago to be
Devil,
born.
1608.
Well,
And owner Polar Dude. Congrats, you guys both won a Celestial Pegasus.
those are so
Congratulations.
beautiful.
And then,
So beautiful.
also currently on the marketplace available is a Haranya costume package that includes 3 costumes. One of them is this one right here.
Without the wings.
Without the wings. Let me take off the wings. The wings not included.
Oh,
this
that's
one right
really
here.
Cool.
And this one right here. So those 3 packs,
Very
those 3
classy.
costumes are available in that Haranya costume pack that's currently available. Let's go ahead and give away 2 of those as well. Which is your favorite out of the 3?
Mine? That one.
That one?
Yeah, I mean, I like that one in
It's
red, I
classy.
think. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm-
I think that's super
Yeah.
cute.
I'm half Japanese, I have to say, with this one.
Yeah.
'Cause it looks
I'd
like a
like the red
Japanese
one because I
yukata.
think that's going to look super good on my dwarf.
First costume pack goes to Eli Harden.
Eli
Congratulations.
Harden.
Second one goes to Katsyusk 4.
Katyusk.
Katyusk 4.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, all. Those are really super cool items that I'm just going to go home and dream about now.
All right. As
All
always,
right.
we're giving away 2 Archeum packs as well. You guys can pick Fresh or Legacy depending on where you live, and we're going to roll those.
And even though you might not win, remember your odds here are way higher than your average lottery ticket, and it's free.
And also, you're still getting at least a bound lucky elixirs.
Oh yeah,
for
make sure you
logging in
log in
today.
for those, like pronto, right after this.
Yeah,
stream.
for those of you who missed it, we're giving away 2 bound lucky elixirs. All you have to do is log into ArcheAge.
Before in-game
we ask that
reset,
you do it
yeah.
during the stream, but as long as you do it sometime today, today is the UTC cutoff point. That's when today ends. So just do it soon, and those will be sent to your
Yeah.
character.
Before in-game
You have
reset.
2.5 hours.
Yep. All right, and so
And
the
that's
last these 2 Archeum packs go to Sliveran 12
Sliverin, 12.
and Odag 329. Congratulations,
Yay,
both of you.
congrats,
You get to
you
pick
guys.
Really awesome.
Fresh or Legacy.
And that's it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us. Join us next week, and we will cover some more really useful and interesting topics, like the skills.
Yep, we're going
and
over-
tempering, if we can fit it in, I
Tempering.
think is a good
Totally.
one.
Yep, we'll take a look at the Malediction skill tree. We'll also go through the Ancestral skill increases, and we have a couple other topics planned for you guys. So thanks for stopping by. Dangerous Pottery, I'm very thankful that you decided to spend part of your day with us. It's been really meaningful. Do you have
Worth it.
anything to say about that?
No.
No.
I'm just giving
What-
you guys proof why
See,
you
now,
should.
now you
take-
can see why you should be
Look,
afraid of this.
look.
What's
This
that?
guy.
You want compensation? That's what it is? All right. Okay, that's too much.
All right.
All right, everybody. Have a good
Thank-
weekend.
Bye
Thank you,
now.
guys.